Hello and welcome to the theElpyDimension. I am your guide, Elpy. Today is the 19th of March, 2025, and we are back at my two Aerogardens, the Bounty Harvest and the the Bounty Elite and the Harvest 360. It's been 2 weeks, and everyone here but the Russian tarragon has germinated, and everyone here but the spinach. I think it was giant noble spinach. Spinach can take a while to germinate. I'm not convinced that they will, but there's still time. Anywho, so we're back because it's time to feed. And you see that it's telling me, I meant to do this earlier, and this one is telling me. I want to take back something I said before. So they say to start your units, when you add the water, add plant food from the get-go. And I've heard people say that they don't. And they don't see any ill effects on their plants one way or the other. And I've thought that makes sense. But what I've noticed where it doesn't make sense is that you see these plants. I should always put on lotion before. Anyways, some of these guys are way farther along. They have multiple sets of true leaves to the degree that the purple lady bok choy, that their cotyledon leaves, their seed leaves are dying. And they look good, right? They look good. But I can't remember what this is. Oh, this is probably, I think, Avivi notor basil. It's looking kind of yellow. And technically they're just starting their seed leaves. And then some of these others are just taking a long time to get going. The white beauty amaranth. It's kind of looking kind of pale, and I'm feeling like maybe in my case I am using distilled water, so I can't blame my water source as I may have in the past. But one thing is that, like I was saying, these guys got going earlier, and as soon as I started to see the true leaves, I'm like, dang, I would like to add food just for them, but that would make things confusing for me with the plant food timer. So I think taking back that I'm not going to add food at the startup. I will add food at the startup. Now this is what comes with your units. And I kept this and its cap because I felt like it was more straightforward. I should just get a teaspoon for this alone or something. Oh, I just thought of it. Okay. Because these say 4 milliliters. Well, these make it easy for me and say 8 milliliters, 2 capfuls. So the harvest is to get 2 capfuls at startup and every 2 weeks. Whereas the Bounty Elite, which is a 9-pod, is to get 2 capfuls at startup and the second feeding, and then 3 capfuls every 2 weeks thereafter. So we are feeding them today. Let's see if I can do this on camera. No, I can't do. Hold on. Okay. Here is my hand. Okay, 1 capful. Now let me pour the other one. So again, this said 2 capfuls, 8 milliliters at startup and the second feeding. This is actually the first feeding, but okay. So now what you'll notice if you don't have an Aerogarden is keep in mind when things first get growing, you're barely using any water, but that's going to change very quickly. You will start using a lot of water. That's why I wound up not just sticking to distilled or even bottled water in the beginning, because I found myself at times just being like, I just need whatever water I have. So in 2 weeks, we've barely used any water. Plant food added. It's not 8:28. Why does it say that? Makes me wonder how the time changed on that. That's very strange. It's not 8:28 p.m. at all. It's actually 12:30 in the morning. Yeah, that's strange. Don't think we lost power. So it's reset the clock to 14 days. So we've been going for 14 days, and we have 14 days till we feed again. So, yay. Yeah, these are about, they're supposed to only be about a half hour or so different than each other, but now I'm seeing why. Okay, so why they are, yeah, because this one's clock is all weird. 2 capfuls for this one. All right, let's go ahead and give. Now they do say shake. Sorry, shake your the bottles, big bottles before. Okay. One more. This is a brand new bottle. It's not new. Yeah, I have some excess. I've been using it for my, the pumps just came on for that guy. I've been using this for my indoor plants as well, which you can do. Whoops. Okay. So, yeah, so the pumps tend to always come on after, just a second, after you hit the button. I just felt like I wanted to rinse that off. Yeah, see, I did add a tiny bit of water to rinse that off, but still you can just start seeing. Well, I'll show you in that one again. But you make sure you come down here, push that. Plant food added, timer reset. And the time did change, so it makes sense that this one is off by an hour. But yeah, so this is a brand new bottle, and no way in heck was I gonna trust myself pouring that one-handed without spilling it all over the counter. Okay, so I was saying, for those who don't know, you know, those are the roots. And I did go ahead and get that sponge that wasn't there when I restarted this. But okay, so these guys have been fed. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the time. Well, I guess we could do it together. All right. Menu, garden settings, light. Let's try light. You can adjust your on-off times. Okay, adjust starting time. Okay, wait, no, that's the same. I want to adjust. All right, I just had to click on the clock, that's all. So it's more like 12 a.m. Okay, so that's going to tell it to turn off. Okay, so the sun sets at like 7:48. So let's go back to the menu. Oops, to the light. Adjust. I'm going. Well, let's see. It'll go to. Yeah, we'll keep it at that. Okay. This guy will go ahead and correct its time. Press that to go to the menu. And the buttons don't actually like push. Okay, right. Alright, got it. Set the clock. That's like okay. Whoops. Super dry skin. Okay, okay, okay. And alright. Okay. Clock is set. Now. Alright, got it. Set the clock, start a garden, plant select, set light on. Well, I guess it's just gonna do 15 hours. It doesn't ask me what 15 hours, it just says 15 hours, I guess. Oh, no, okay, duh. I guess I'm relearning my units. So it's saying, yeah, when do you want them to come on? You know what, same as the other one. Come on at 7 a.m. Okay. I had to turn on at 7. Alright. Alright. That's it. There we go. I expect to see happiness in these plants in the coming weeks. Really, what I need to do is mark this so I don't need to keep that little bottle and I can just keep that cap. Or I can use this cap and we'll find out a better way. But for now, that's what I do. I save that and I use that. I do hope, Aerogarden, if you're listening, come up with a, like, have a little measuring spoon. Maybe you're like, oh, you have your own, but maybe we all don't want to, like, cross-contaminate, so to speak. Anyways, let's see how they do now that I've added food. 2 to that one, 2 capfuls to that one. And so they say at startup and at the second feeding. So I'm gonna count this as the second feeding, and next time we'll give them 3 because there will be that much more growth. Thanks so much for your time and your interest. Be safe, be well, and if you haven't heard and you're watching this in 2025, I'm doing a sort of collaboration, if you will. I don't know if that's the right word, but just a participation project. Hashtag seed show and tell 2025. Make a video, or you can get on Instagram and do a post. Tag me. That would be the @ symbol, theElpyDimension, and then use the hashtag seed show and tell 2025 and show me seeds that you have personally collected. And I've decided I'm also going to say, show me the seeds that you're dropping right now. Seeds that you're planting, again, in 2025. So you could still be watching this in the fall of 2025 and be dropping and say, hey, I made this video. I'll probably do this again next year, but let's just deal with for now. So yeah, show me the seeds that you've collected, that you're gonna collect, that you are collecting as the season moves on. Show me seeds you're collecting and show me seeds that you're dropping now. Thank you so much for your time and your interest. Be safe, be well. Bye for now.